Hi YouTube, thanks for tuning in to my channel called Stories with Lonnie. I am Lonnie and I just finished actually making a video about the October Awareness Month for breast cancer and for domestic violence. So if you see me wearing the same outfit, that's why, just because I just finished that video. And today what I want to talk about on this video is about how I am overcoming abuse. So I don't feel like you can ever fully recover for from something that was that traumatic. So I'm not saying that you're going to fully recover, you're going to overcome abuse completely, because it's very traumatizing, and for some people, like they go to the grave with it, so it's something that is really hard to just brush off. Okay. For some, I don't know how everybody is, because every person is different, so I can't speak for anybody else. Maybe there are people who have gotten over it completely. I just don't believe that is something that actually happens. I feel like you might be able to get over it 75% or 90%, but I think that there's always going to be something deep inside that still remembers what happened to you, or in the way you move about certain things, is based off of that experience that you had experienced. So I'm going to be looking down because I did write some notes, so excuse me for that. So as I have said in my previous videos, I was abused as a child. So I was sexually abused, and I was physically and mentally abused. So when I was abused sexually, I had a lot of mixed emotions, because the person that was doing it to me was a family member. So that specific family member, he was a loving family member, would help me with homework, would take me to practice when I played sports, would do things that loving family members would do. So I felt confused, because I felt like he was a great person, but he was doing this to me on the other hand, so it's like I didn't really know how to feel. I felt bad. I felt guilty with it. I felt disgusted, because I still loved this person that was harming me, that was doing these bad things to me, because I looked at him as in an overall image, versus just like focusing in on that one specific thing that he was doing. And so at one as I was getting older, I became disgusted with the situation, because I felt nasty for loving someone that was doing that to me. And then I also felt disgusted with myself, because I felt like I wasn't normal, like people normal, whatever age range I was in, I don't want to say, but whatever age I was in, wasn't experiencing things like that wasn't happening to them. So I felt like I wasn't normal, because it was happening to me. So I did end up telling someone about it, and when I told her, she wanted me to confront him and tell him to his face what he was doing to me. And that was extremely difficult for me, especially because I was young, so I wasn't able to do it. I wasn't able to face him and tell him, this is what you did. I couldn't do that. I was too scared at that time. So eventually I ended up moving away. And then, so as I got to like my teenage years, I became like very like untrusting. Like I didn't really trust anybody that came around me. Not family, not friends, especially when it came to guys or boys. I did not trust them at all. I would be cautious when I gave them hugs or, anything like that, because I was just terrified of them at that time. So, and also I became like a really bad control freak. So my mom, she's a control freak too. So like, I feel like some of that is inherited, but at the same time, like I felt, I felt like when I was being abused, sexually, physically, mentally, I was a child, so I couldn't really control everything that was happening to me. I couldn't stop them. Well, when it came to at least the physical abuse, I couldn't stop that person from grabbing me by my hair and punching me in the back of my head and doing whatever that specific person was doing to me, because I was a lot smaller than them. I was a child and they were an adult. So as I got older, I feel like subconsciously I tried to control like every detail, everything around me, because I felt so out of control as a child behind what happened to me. I never wanted to put myself in that type of environment again where I didn't have control of what was going on. So, let's see. I feel like one thing that has helped me with like overcoming my abuse is because I have started I'm still working on this because it's really hard. I try to see the good in people, and sometimes that bites me in the butt, but I feel like I am starting to see people for who they really are, and I feel that is important because you have to know what people's intentions are. If you are meeting someone, let's say it's like in a relationship, and you're meeting this person and he doesn't respect you, or when you tell him no or tell her no and she still does it, then you kind of could see that that's not someone that is good for you or should really be there. But if you run into someone that respects you and loves you and tries to give you positive energy when they're around you, then I feel like you should be able to like slowly like let your guard down and let that person get to know you, if you really feel like they're there for you and that there aren't any negative intentions. And as you do that, then you will start to see, that not everybody's bad, and what did happen to you, you didn't deserve it. And I feel like that was part of the other thing with me, that, I felt bad and I felt like, maybe I wasn't a good little kid or something, and maybe that's why that was happening to me. But now as an adult, I know that I was a child, and children are innocent. So nothing I could have ever done as a child could have been that bad to the point where someone felt like they had to sexually assault me or physically or mentally abuse me. I did not deserve that at all. And the other thing is that how I have also, tried overcoming this issue is by taking all those negative, the negative energy, negative thoughts, emotions, all of it, taking it in and transforming it into positive energy and applying it into things that will help me out or help me become a better person, just things that can benefit me. So like for me in high school, when I was taking all that energy and trying to apply it into something more positive, I would write music, write songs, I would sing. I did in high school, I did JROTC, so I would do color guard and just do sports, soccer, all that, and apply that energy into that to try to be the best that I can. And all those things helped me become a better version of myself. So I feel like that's really important for you, just to take that energy and to figure out what you love or where you want to go and apply it to that. So that way, you know, at the end of the tunnel, you end up being a better version of yourself and you don't allow your past to define who you are. So if you like this content, like my video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Go ahead and share my video. If you feel that this can help someone else out, go ahead and send the video link down to them. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the content, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. And don't forget that it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month and it is Domestic Violence awareness month, so you definitely want to spread awareness to people. Donate if you can, and just do all that you can to make a difference. Thank you.